So let me give you the short version. So when we first started this a few years ago, I won't go into the reasons, but we were really nervous because we didn't know what we should be talking about. We just had no formula, etc., right? And we realized that the three of us can kind of talk about anything. And so, I mean, it took probably like 100 episodes to get to that point. And it's amazing that when you think back, again, it's like, God, you really stuck through it. Then we got guests on, and then guests would introduce other guests or whatever. And slowly we became more and more comfortable. And then one thing that happened was that we just have friends that might be in town, like yourself. And so I know, like, if you go on into someone else's space, especially if you're introverted and you're meeting new people, and you're out of your comfort zone, it feels that way. But then we just had friends come on, and then we usually just put them at ease. And then, within like 10 minutes, they don't even know they're on a show. Yeah,
that's good. Cheers.
That's the short version. We've told the story many different ways.
That's just to make you feel better about being here.
It's always a mind fuck on this show.
We have two friends of the show today. Amy, John, welcome. Those
are two different people, by the way. It's not Amy with the last name John. Amy and John.
Amy and John. How you been?
You got to talk in the mic.
You got to talk.
No. Oh my God!
Why are you freezing up now?
Hold on.
Why are you freezing up now, Amy? You were so talkative the whole ride over here.
You know the funny thing, and I literally just met Amy about 10 minutes ago, and I was getting really good vibes. John and I know a little bit, and within 10 minutes. I'd already gotten this impression that you were, larger than life, like really charismatic, and you were already talking, and you were like the life of the room. And then
without even knowing us.
And then these guys started fucking with you and be like, yeah, we have like 10 million subscribers and all this stuff. And then you started freezing up. And then now she's like got her hands. Look at the body language. She was literally like, bring it on. She had the tequila. She's like, I'm
before the mics were on, she was all confident.
It's so interesting that people can just shut down like that. No, I'm kidding.
You're not making it better, Eric.
No, I can't now because she's like, it's like a cat and there's like a mouse and you're just like, ah.
Okay, just start with this. Just say hi into the microphone.
Hello, friends.
Okay, there we go.
My name is Amy. Hello.
There we go. What? You have an accent all of a sudden?
It's like, hello.
Hello.
Stop.
My name is Amy. Hello.
Okay. But Amy, it's really good to meet you. And any friend of Justin's is a friend of mine, although Justin isn't really a friend of mine, but any friend of his is a friend of mine.
We're kind of just acquaintances, forced because of this podcast to be together in the same room.
Because our fans will not let us break up.
No, okay, so just a little bit of background since Amy needs a moment to collect herself here. I've known Amy longer
She's
than
taking shots now. Yeah. Hey, don't drink so much. Don't drink that much. Okay. No,
actually, give me a shot. I would like to take a shot with you. Let's take a shot together.
Everyone takes a shot with me. I'll feel
okay.
less.
Let's do it.
Okay, let's do it.
I was not even planning on drinking, but just for you.
Let's do it.
Wait, can you get the Seattle cup thingies?
Yes.
Yeah.
This is John. Like these guys, like they just made Amy get up and grab cups for them.
We're
the guest.
The guest.
Hey.
Like
I was trying to
what
be
is
the
going
girl
on here?
The drink server.
I mean, I know Justin,
talk.
Eric, and Howie for a long time, but like, come on, guys, come on.
That's a good observation. That's true. But I think Amy wanted a distraction for herself.
Yes.
Yeah. She's.
This is the most nervous I've ever seen you, Amy.
I'm nervous,
Look,
dude.
yeah.
You put me on
The
spot.
more you talk about
I've known Amy longer than I've known anyone sitting in this room, and this is shocking to me because this is the first time I've seen you like speechless.
Outwardly.
Okay, hold on. Well, let's just. I mean, we're
10 million people, I'm scared, man.
I feel like I got to join in.
Oh, jeez.
No, don't do it. Don't be
Amy,
bad
you don't know
influence.
how big this is. That he's drinking.
Yeah.
No, I don't want to make
He only has 17 more shots till kidney failure, so you just.
No, are you legit? Why?
I'll try to survive.
I'm going to jump the gun a little bit because we want to get your background. But so you've known Justin for what, 20 years?
Yes, I know him. I met
Wait,
him.
talking to Mike though. 20 years.
Met him 2001.
Was it back then? Did you bust each other's balls or whatever?
I would say so. Yeah. Yes,
So this is like
Justin?
normal.
Yes.
Yes, we would always mess with each other,
Yeah.
and
It's
he
fun.
still has the same lame jokes as he does today.
Yeah.
he hasn't changed much.
So what we want to get out of this. Oh my God.
how?
This is like going back to the old days of Honest Drink. We've reformed because the show is a lot about self-improvement. So slowly we've cut down our alcohol consumption.
Sorry.
Justin just brought, what is the Metaxka?
That's some Greek liquor.
Okay.
I don't know.
All right, I'm ready.
This
Did you
is
guys
gonna be-
already do the shot or
Yeah,
something?
because we
Or-
want all kinds of Justin's dirty secrets.
All right, cheers.
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 All right, cheers to good health.
Yambe. I'm sorry, I'm bad.
You know,
Howie.
this is 2 weeks in a row.
That shot.
Last week, we had some friends come, new friends, you know?
Yeah.
And then I just said, okay, fuck it.
You
know,
thought it
if-
might have been some trap.
Yeah, like
that people were laying for us.
catfishing or something. I don't know.
Right.
And once you met them, it was like, oh, they're just
Oh,
really
they were
cool.
very-
Don't-
Was
Yeah.
that why your hand was covering your kidney when you walked
Yeah,
in?
exactly.
Like, what was going on?
Yeah. There's like, I mean, they wouldn't want yours.
So
I didn't
it
mean it that way. I
begins.
didn't mean it that
Yes,
way.
you did.
I
Yes,
didn't
you
mean
did.
it
Own
that
it.
way.
Own
I
it.
didn't mean
How
it that
else
way.
would you mean that? I don't understand.
No, I mean, no, I don't know. It just came out. I don't know. I'm full of compassion and love
Sure.
for Howie. We had a nice chat before the show.
Yet you just assume the worst of people. Hence, you were so afraid to meet these
I
random people.
think
You just assume the worst in people.
I think I'm
So-
Jekyll and Hyde. You know me.
Yes, you are.
Right? I can be like sweet and supportive, and then all of a sudden, like the knives come out.
Is that sake?
I've
Yes,
seen the
which
knives
one's
part. That really freaked
So
me
when I
out.
walked in, I saw your
What?
face.
When?
Wait, yeah, John.
Yeah,
John,
wait. What do
speak
you
up,
mean?
John. Speak up.
Wait.
All right.
When?
Okay, so I mean, obviously I've known Eric and Howie for a while. So
Yeah.
one time it was a Thanksgiving party at
Oh.
Justin's house, and we're playing. We were playing Avalon, and in the middle of the game, he comes out with a butcher knife,
I did.
and he's like, "I told you guys to kill him. I'm innocent. I'm a blah blah blah. Like, why don't you listen to me?" And
I
he
don't
was just
remember that
he was
shit.
going crazy
Because you were blinded by anger.
He was so angry. He was like,
Oh,
I remember
because
that.
you guys
the whole came
basically
out. The whole came out.
you guys thought
So-
that I was bad and I wasn't, and I was very indignant.
Yeah, so people who don't know, Avalon is like Mafia. It's like this game where, there's one like bad guy. and,
Deception.
yeah, you're
Yes.
trying to deceive people. And so you're trying to figure out who the bad guy is. And and for some reason we all thought Eric was the bad guy and we like voted him out. And then he got so angry because he wasn't and he was innocent. He was just raging like
And honestly, for guys like me that didn't know him personally,
Right.
we were kind of freaked out. We're like,
'Cause I'd only met you-
Our lives are in danger. Like I met this guy like two times maybe.
so you were
and
actually scared for your life.
Yeah.
not necessarily scared, but more like pissed. I'm like, why is this guy even here?
Oh.
But no, because he kind of ruined the game for
You ruined
everybody.
the vibe.
He ruined the vibe.
Ruined the vibe.
And
He's known to do that sometimes.
But
now.
meanwhile, and you're probably wondering. Meanwhile, Justin and Howie are like so relaxed.
Like,
They're
we're
just
used to it.
they're he's like, "What's wrong with these guys? You have a psychomaniac in this. He's ruining everything." And meanwhile, these two guys are just like, "Nothing's happened."
That's how desensitized we are now.
totally desensitized.
yeah, Talia and Justin were desensitized, but like Justin's wife wanted
right.
like she was about to kick him out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was pretty intense. It was
Yeah,
crazy.
and then you got mad, and then Ann got mad, and then that was like the "see you never" moment.
Was that the same See You Never
I think that
moment?
was "see you never." That was "see you never."
I think it was probably close to that.
Yeah.
No,
probably.
it was a "see you never"
Okay.
night. That was a "see you never"
What
night.
does see you never mean?
Because I threw some shit at him, and I thought it was like witty, and then he came back and he was like, "Well, see you never," and then I was like, "Well, see you," and I was like, and then I just infuriated me even
Yeah.
more.
It infuriated you so much that you actually came back
Yeah,
and didn't
like-
end up leaving because you had to get the last word
Right,
in,
exactly.
and you ended up staying.
It was kind of like I was doing the slow walk, like, no, there's no way they're gonna make me, like it was like it's like "see you never."
when you said that, were you really pissed off?
Yes.
Yes.
And it's such a, like, thinking back on it now, it's such a corny thing to say.
That's
See you
why
never.
it's so funny.
But-
You would say that when you're so angry. It's
But,
so funny.
but when you're that angry, you don't have anything clever to say. So the first thing that popped up was like, "See you never."
No,
You know?
no. But the thing is, it was so fucking poison. Like it was like
God.
perfect. And when you said it, I was like,
It hit hard.
yeah, because I was like, damn, he's smart. Because I was so drunk. I was like, God.
But the thing is, from my perspective, because obviously from my perspective, I know you guys for so long. First of all, yes, we've seen Eric perform these kind of things before. And,
What a euphemism.
yeah,
my
and but from my perspective, because I saw Justin's face when he said it, right, and it was one of those things where he literally looks at Eric. It was like Eric's over there, right? He looks at Eric. He's like, see you never. And he just like turns back forward and doesn't even look at him. And it's almost like this
Dismissiveness.
well, yes, but also it in his mind, I felt like it was a battle. Because on one side, he was like, did I just say that? Right? But other side is like, I'm so pissed at him. Right? Because you know that Justin felt he was clever, but then he was like, was it clever though?
Wow.
Here.
Oh,
This
you have-
is
you have
way.
evidence.
This is the beginning of the night. We're all on our best behavior.
That's how civilized it was to
Everyone
start
was
with.
very
Yeah.
civilized, yes.
Yeah.
And then
Very
it turns
proper,
into
y'all.
mayhem.
He was
This
not
is-
there. I
don't
This
think
is
they were
over
home.
a game, like mafia. Over a game, you
card
guys
game.
got this.
I would blame it on the
pissed
game.
No. It's not you guys. It's him.
Okay, him.
We were reacting to his anger
Got
because
it.
he was getting totally out of disproportionately angry for the
And
amount.
But
to be fair, like
game.
some of the girls were actually scared because not everybody knows Eric like very well, right?
Yeah.
Were you really
now
messed up
all my
one?
friends are going to be listening and be like, I'm some kind of fucking psycho.
Well, when you look as an outsider, yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. Our memories are all fallible, John.
Yeah,
so,
yeah, yeah.
so and John's kind of a
I mean,
wild card
I'll,
here.
I'll take it back.
I love it. John calling
John
out
is
Eric.
and
John coming in
and
hot.
anyone watches the video, like John looks way more credible than me. I mean, he's so handsome and clean cut, like his hair is perfect, right? Like, and you've always dressed nice. So if he says it, it's like he can say anything.
I feel like you're just like trying to make it up to me now. But, no, but
kiss
I mean,
up.
as a longtime listener of the show, like and after that scenario, like Justin explained to me, I mean, he wasn't actually going to threaten anybody. It was just
No.
more of a show. That's just how he was. So
Yeah.
I took it as it was. And you could hear through the years of this podcast, he's obviously grown a lot, a lot more mature, I would say. And then I respect him. Like, I think he's a great guy, a lot of big vocabs. That's how I distinguish you guys from on the show is based on the vocabs. The guy who uses like the SAT words, that's Eric. So much respect. I wish I had his range of words, so I give him props for that.
Well, let me so that was 2017. Thank you for the kind words. And then in 2018, because I happen to have some photos up. This was sort of a year later after all that growth
Why
and
do you have to
development.
throw me under the bus like this?
What are those chicken nuggets? What
Yeah,
are those?
those burgers. It's just everything
The
on
answer is
McDonald's
yes. What is that? Yes. It's everything on the menu. Yes.
menu. Everything on the McDonald's menu.
shit!
Are you preparing to do mukbang video? What's happening there?
Oh my god!
It's just me drunk eating everything on the
Oh, you
McDonald's
ordered
menu.
a lot of
hilarious.
food.
Yeah,
That
ordered a
is
lot of food.
too
Got it.
good.
As one does. Can't hate. Can't hate.
Not like that.
What kind of crazy do you go?
I'll get like a 50 piece, but not like
Oh, a 50-piece nugget.
yeah.
They have 50-piece nuggets.
Oh yeah, they do in America.
What?
They only
McDonald's.
have, you know what the biggest size
You
they
guys
have in
don't-
China is 5.
You guys don't have 50 piece
What?
McDonald's.
No, 5.
No.
Ooh.
So wait, are you just ordering enough
No,
orders
it's
of
in
20?
one bucket. It's called a
What?
50-piece
So-
chicken nugget.
so that's an
ornament.
item you can
It's
order.
An item.
When did that happen?
I don't know if it's all the time, but for sure you can get it sometime because they have it in a bucket and it's like.
But that's in America. I'm not surprised because
Absolutely.
America they want all their
Extra
they want all
large,
their
you
junk
know?
Yeah, but
food.
when we
Yeah.
moved away, they didn't have 50 pieces.
20 was the most I'd ever
20 was-
heard
Is
of.
this a recent? Is it recent development?
I feel like it was there when you left in what year? 2000 and
8.
This is California.
Yeah, around 2008.
yes, I got it in
Yeah,
California.
yeah. See, this is the thing, right? Because we've seen like $100 bill, right? The Benjamin Franklin, but there is $1,000 bill, but
There
like
is.
we don't know. So the 50-piece chicken nugget, maybe some people have it. I doubt that everyone has it.
Do you have to? Is it like a secret thing you say, or is
It's-
it literally on the menu,
It's
like on the
literally
board?
not that special. It's not the $1,000 bill metaphor. Not even close, dude. You can find in many
Okay.
states for sure. It was like a
50-piece nugget.
special.
Well, she's coming out of her cage now.
A
or
national-
cave.
No, because like it's weird because like I feel like the quantities of people the quantities they would eat here, no one would ever order a 50-piece nugget.
Well,
in
they
China.
only have 5.
Yeah, they
Unless
only
it
have
was
5,
for, like, a
which is
whole-
it's so annoying.
Yeah, the
Right,
top
gotcha.
is 5 here.
Damn.
Fucked up, right?
No, 10. I think 10 now.
No,
No,
5.
5.
Oh, is it still 5?
It's
That's why
It's
you're
five.
all skinny here.
I don't know if these two
Well,
are
not
that skinny.
me. Let's pivot a little bit, Amy. You just arrived in Shanghai. How many days ago now?
I came here on Monday.
On
Today's
Monday.
Saturday.
Today's
Monday.
Saturday. So
Yeah.
you've been here a week.
Yes.
What's your first impression of Shanghai?
Wait, hold on. Have you ever been here before?
Yes, I have. My parents been here since 2008. So I've been coming back and forth. I haven't been here for the last 8 years though. So it's been a long span. It's a lot cleaner. People are a lot more polite. It's very safe here. It's gentrified a lot from what area I grew up in. Because wherever I'm at, there's all these street carts or whatever. Now it's like very mall-like, very fancified or whatever. it's
Like
called.
more developed, more commercial, more
just
commercial. Right?
Gentrified is what I call it. They
Gentrified,
moved all
okay.
these people out. They made it try to look nice and fancy.
When was the first time you were in Shanghai?
I want to say, the very first time I ever visited,
yeah.
I was young, like I was like 10 or something.
Okay, so your impression was, from a point of time where Shanghai was quite a bit different. That's a reference.
Yeah.
I remember a decade where I could go to that same street cart food. I could get the Dan with whatever, 葱油饼叫Dan.
The
whatever.
jianbing.
Yeah, on the street. And now they moved that all away, and I'm sad about it. I kind of like that street food style.
See,
you know?
that's so
Yeah.
interesting because we don't see these changes, right? But if
Yeah.
there was like a food truck or whatever,
Like there was a lot more street food back then.
Back in the
right?
day, I used to live off of that, right?
Street food?
Like after drinking, you go to the corner in the compound, you get some
Yeah.
barbecue,
Yeah.
and it's all these people
The
sitting
ton.
around.
The
The
ton.
ton, yeah.
It was
And
delicious.
It was delicious.
Yeah.
Dirty street food was the most
Oh, yeah.
delicious. Yeah.
So I always avoided that. The only thing I ate was the chun, and I didn't ever do any of really that street cart stuff. But I remember like way back in the day, and there's this friend of a friend. He came out, we hung out. Timmy, was his name. He's from Arkansas, and he did all the. He was just very yonggan, right? Even though he's sort of like an Arkansas, born and raised, all that stuff, right? No Asian, he was Caucasian. And then he ate all that stuff, and he was just, he didn't know any better, right? I wouldn't have eaten it. I mean, I was like a local, in that sense. And man, he was fucked like the entire time he was here. He had he was a trooper though. Like he would go out and he would do stuff. We'd hang out all the time. He never called in sick or anything, but he literally had a fucking bad stomach for like the whole month he was here. He went back like freaking gastro this. He had to get on serious antibiotics, but he just sucked it up for like a whole month, and he just
Yeah.
kept going to the street food.
Yeah.
I felt bad for him.
yeah.
I felt
Well, it's crazy because there are some people who go to, it doesn't even have to be China, who just travel to different countries and they just can't handle the food of that country. Like that's so common.
but they're adventurous at the same time, and that's the combination. It's a bit crazy.
But I've come across so many people who just travel to a new country, and for some reason their body is just rejecting that food, and that's like so foreign to me because I've never had that experience. Like anywhere I go, I'm like okay with the food there.
I have another hypothesis, though. The other piece is that perhaps due to all the travel and the late nights and the lack of sleep, your immune system is also compromised. Too, right? And then
maybe also the alcohol.
yeah, and the alcohol, and it's compromised as well.
Well, it also could be that stall. I mean, we used to always share the best stalls to go to. You don't just go to any stall.
That's true.
Because there are stalls,
Right.
or,
Well,
or
I just went to any stall.
like
I
barbecue
didn't-
pits that are known to be good quality, and you just stay away. And
Yeah.
You don't go to that one. That
Oh
bad
really? How
quality.
did you know? How did you know the difference?
Local people, man?
Okay.
Yeah. And it's
Yeah,
all
yeah,
about
yeah.
like the
Oh,
mantou
what is
and the yangrou chuan.
So I want to bring it back to Amy. Could you see
Wait, by the way,
yourself
how's this
moving
like?
here?
How's hold on? Let me pause for a moment. Let's
Okay,
throw the
pause.
spotlight back on him, right? So how's his podcasting skills? Like, because he has become.
How would she know? She doesn't
I
listen
know
to the podcast.
from this.
She didn't even know I had a podcast
didn't
until
know.
I told her
I know,
today.
but now there's a fairly large global fan base. He's developed some chops, right? What do you think? Like the way he asks, does it make you want to open up or not really?
I'm
Right?
just kidding. I'm messing with you.
No, to be honest,
I'm
be
just
honest,
kidding.
yeah.
Thus far, we've been here like 20 minutes.
it just
right?
started, man.
I don't even know. You're very good at speaking, and
Facilitating.
yes, facilitating
Yeah.
is the right word.
You might think I was the lead host,
have,
but I'm
like-
actually not.
He was actually fishing for that comment. Just now.
I get
That's
it.
the whole reason why he asked us in the first place. Is he wanted to see like, hey, like here,
心
we're-
机重。
No, I'm impressed. Well, I've known him since always. He's always well spoken, always
Yeah.
charismatic. People like
Yeah.
to listen to him. So
Yeah.
I know him like this.
yeah.
How about that?
Yeah.
no, because when we knew each other back in the day, podcasting didn't even
Wasn't a
exist.
thing, right? He's just like people like him. I feel like
Yeah.
people want to listen to.
Did
what
you
he
go
has
to his
say.
band in their shows?
Oh,
DDL Roundhouse.
oh yeah. What's the songs? I know the songs.
There's a lot
Ain't
of stuff.
got no money,
Money.
honey. Oh yeah.
But still wanna be king.
Oh yeah. I went to his shows. Yeah, he was
Okay.
good. Impressively good.
Okay, nice.
Anyway, I'm more impressed with you. So if that's
Okay.
what you're fishing for, you got it.
You got it.
I'll take it. Let's go back to his original.
Amy.
You're the glue that holds everybody together.
I know.
You heard that, right?
Elmer. Let's call him
You
Elmer.
should say thank you.
Okay, Amy, you coming back from America, Howie would love this.
What?
She did van life 2 years on the road by herself.
Oh no, that's so amazing. Oh no, meaning
Oh,
like
no.
I love it.
No.
No, meaning I love it.
Yes.
So we have a real life van life person for 2 years on the road by
That's
herself.
So cool.
Van life. I'm a hippie, y'all. I'm a certified hippie. I want to live off the grid.
so
you
what
know,
was that
have a
like?
garden.
Wow.
Oh my god, I want to talk about that.
Yeah, what was
Let's
that
do
like?
it.
Yeah,
That's
so
it.
I went crazy on work, hustle bustle, working fucking 100 hours trying to make my mortgage and like buy nice things and mienza or whatever. Repeat my familial patterns of my parents. Uphold that image.
we all
And
do that
then,
as Asians.
one day I realized it's all bullshit, I'm working way too hard for nothing. It doesn't even make sense. It doesn't improve my quality of life. I'm not happy. And then one day I just went crazy at work. I was like, I quit.
Oh shit!
Can you
Tell
paint
the
a
story.
picture?
No, tell the story.
Can you paint a
was it?
picture?
I picked up the staple out. I'll kill y'all. I threw it and I quit and I left.
So you pulled an Eric? What?
I pulled an Eric
Where were you? Okay,
inside my pharmacy job.
So you were a pharmacist.
I'm in the I'm at Walgreens pharmacy. Everyone knows Walgreens,
Oh, damn.
outpatient pharmacy. Those people at the window and stuff. And then I don't know what event triggered it, but it's already been building for a long time, right?
But you're not clear about what event triggered it?
No, not one clear of it. It's already been
built up.
building up for a
Okay.
long time. And like corporate was loading on me all these extra work for no extra pay. And I'm a people pleaser. I was a yes man. I said yes to everything.
Ooh.
I took on all this extra work for no extra pay. And then one day I just realized after that trip, I went to Costa Rica, I told you, and people had nothing. Like no food, no housing, and their joy and quality of life was much higher than mine. And I was like, yo, something's wrong with my way of living or
Damn.
something type of perspective or something. So when I went back, I was like, F y'all, I quit.
So you just snapped one day.
Oh, wait,
snapped.
so who
I
was
snapped.
there? Who was around?
all my
to-
work, all my staff, they know me though. And they understood. They didn't even think twice about it when I did that. They're like, oh,
Oh,
to the same thing.
Were you intense with
I
them?
was very intense.
So
Not
you
with
like,
them. I was intense with corporate, with the system. How about the system was
Yeah.
bad? Healthcare system's terrible.
Yeah.
And I just was raging against the system. So yeah, after that I did like F it. I rented out my house and then I was like, I'm just gonna live simply. Forget all the extraneous possessions in life that my parents valued and stuff like that. I changed my values. How about
You
that?
have tiger parents?
I do. Oh, hardcore tiger parents. Never good enough. Work harder, hustle, make more money, do this, do
Yeah,
that,
yeah.
Nothing's
I
enough.
think it's like an ethnic group. It's called the Tiger.
Chinese. It's-
Tiger Parents ethnic group. My
They're-
parents are part of the same.
So my dad, he revolutionized the nuclear pharmacy business. So like his name is in the books, it's because it was a new industry. So he made an impact.
What's a nuclear pharmacy? They sell
Nuclear pharmacy, they sell radioactive drugs as opposed to regular drugs.
Oh,
So
damn.
mostly for diagnostics, for hospitals and stuff like that.
Oh, right,
or
right, right.
treatment for
For, like,
cancer,
yeah.
imaging stuff.
Yeah, imaging, PET
thyroid
PTs.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
So that's what he did. He started that
Oh.
kind of.
Wow.
Was he like
chain.
a researcher or like?
No, he started off just as a pharmacist, a nuclear pharmacist, and he realized there was a market to kind of consolidate services to a hospital. There's nobody
Wow.
to do these services. So he started the Walgreens of nuclear pharmacy. He started
What's
a
that
chain.
called?
It was called Syncor back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then he got bought off and et cetera, et cetera. But yeah, that's how he started his
Shit,
wealth,
dude.
I guess.
So going back to the whole, after the freak out,
Yeah.
what happened? Like, what was the first thing?
How'd you feel? Hold on.
Yeah,
How'd
what
you
was the
feel?
first thing you did
How'd you
afterwards?
feel when you did it though?
I love freeing, like freed, like
felt
shackles
good.
broke off, like the burden is gone off of my shoulders. I just felt so free. Like I just felt like I could do whatever I wanted to do. No more pressures of what a society wanted me to do, what my parents wanted me to perform as, as me as an individual, what made me happy to fulfill myself. And that's the first time I've ever done that. In my almost 40s, it's kind of late, but
Yeah.
like I've really discovered like
Like
what
your
made
whole life,
me happy.
all your life, you were playing the game that
Absolutely.
your parents said, that America said,
Exactly.
that your teacher said,
what I should do,
as
what
an
I should
model
be doing.
Asian. Like there's a lot
Exactly.
of levels.
Study hard, work hard, make
Yeah.
money, whatever, get a professional degree, get married, all these things on the timeline. But I was like anti all that anyway. I broke the patterns.
You have siblings?
I do. 3 older brothers. They all followed the same patterns.
Damn.
So I'm the only one who broke it.
But at
So
that
You were the
time,
rebel.
by that time, you were single, or
I was single at that time.
Okay.
Yes.
And what was the reaction from
My parents disowned me.
Oh shit.
Absolutely disowned me. It's like, you're a loser, you're spoiled, you don't want to work hard enough, you're not hungry enough, all this stuff. And that was very difficult for me to like, obviously get their shame, because that's how I,
Shame. There's so much shame.
That's what your value was derived from for so long.
Always like how to
Please them.
make them proud of me, not have that guilt, not
shame
have
was
that
like
shame.
the powerful lever that parents would, Asian tiger parents would leverage shame. Now that you put it in perspective, that's why we feel that. It's not just guilt. Guilt is like, I fucked up on something. Shame is like, I'm a fucking bad person. And that's what they would do.
Oh, yeah.
You're a bad person.
They would make me feel that way. But obviously, I broke out of that. I was like, no, dude, there's much more value in life than all this hustle bustle, man. We have different values. How about that? We grew up at different times. I understand where they're coming from, but they don't understand where I'm coming from. And I just have to accept that. They're never going to understand that. And I have to be okay with that.
Yeah, that's big of you to do that. That's
Cheers to that, y'all.
cheers.
but now you're back in Shanghai, so obviously you made up, but like we want to
Yeah,
hear.
we're made up. I'm more, I'm grown now. I'm more mature.
Yeah. I want to keep hearing this. I want to keep hearing about this, the next step.
What do? I start traveling. I spend time with nature. I spend time with people I care about. So mostly I went to national parks,
Yeah.
hiking, camping,
And so this is the start of the van life phase.
Yeah, van life is all about spending more time in nature, getting connected with the.
So this might be boring for some, but I'm curious. Like, it's easy to say van life. What are the actual logistics involved in actually starting van life?
Such a Justin question.
Yeah, it's complicated, right? People start off. I was set up. I had a really nice van, right? So I could live self-sufficiently in my van.
Is it like a mobile home kind of van?
Yes,
or?
absolutely. It was a Sprinter that was converted. So it had the stove, the bathroom, heating, aircon,
the dream.
everything that you needed. There's no washing machine. That's the only thing you didn't have. But I had a little portable washing thing that I did myself. I just want to simplify, right? Just minimalize my life, because I had a huge ass house with nobody living in it, a huge ass mortgage, all these possessions that did not bring me any joy. And then once you minimalize all your stuff, you only get what you really love. And then you start appreciating things.
Marie Kondo a little bit. You
Yeah,
know?
right. What only sparks joy?
Yeah.
Or only necessities. It wasn't even spark joy. It was necessities, right?
Yeah.
Because I'm living in a very small space. So at that time, I only could have necessities.
Yeah.
And then when you only focus on your bare necessities, like, where am I going to sleep tonight? How am I going to get my water supply tonight? What am I going to eat today? Stuff like that. You really start to realize what's important. All the stupid bullshit you really care or worry about does not matter at all, you know? So it really was like a mind-opening experience.
And you were in Vegas?
No, I was in California at the time.
Oh, before, okay.
And I told them I didn't get that far. I only went to the middle of the U.S., but up to Washington, Idaho, Wyoming.
And then you did this alone?
2 dogs. I had 2 dogs.
Wow.
2 little dogs. That made me feel safe, though, honestly.
But I'm sure on this journey, you were able to meet a lot of other people.
I have met a lot of like-minded people, yes, on the van life journey. A lot of interesting people, but at the same time, it's very uncomfortable. But where do you grow is out of your comfort zone. I was scared most of the time.
What were you uncomfortable about?
Like, where to sleep at? Am I gonna get pulled? Is some cop gonna roll up on me? Is some homeless people will roll up on me? Sometime I would park in an empty field, and the next day there's all these workers. The next day, like freaking picking strawberries and shit. I was like, oh my god, I'm sorry.
I parked in a strawberry field.
I parked in the middle of a strawberry.
Yeah.
Destroyed all the strawberries.
And if
Crushing all the
Yeah,
crops.
she's like, wait, why does it smell like strawberries?
Just
in the
crushing.
middle, everyone. I was like in the middle of the field. I was like, my bad. And they woke me up and knocked on my van. And then, like in the morning at 5 a.m., of course, I'm like, I get all scared. My dogs are barking. So there's moments of really scaredness and uncomfortability. Okay, for sure. A lot of moments of like, whoa, do I need to live my life like this? Is very tough, right?
Why am I doing this to myself?
Why am I doing that, right? Because
Yeah.
it's a struggle sometimes. It's not that easy, y'all.
Yeah.
You got to go to the laundromat. You got to
Yeah.
go, like, I sleep at Walmart
Yeah.
parking lots. Like,
Yeah.
it's not the most...
Because it's so people try to glamorize it.
Right, it's not glorified
And
like that.
Like you're sitting in your living room watching on your fucking 4K TV, people living the van life, and you're like, yeah, that's amazing, right? Well, meanwhile, you're just like, hey, honey, can you give me the popcorn? You
Right.
know?
once you live it, I watched all those shows too. That was what inspired me. Like Live Alone in Alaska, Survive on Your Own. Like they
it's
live
hard
in the
as
van.
fuck.
Right. Once you live it, I'm like, oh damn, it's more difficult than you think. But anyway, it's a very growing experience. I would never trade that. That was my best moment in my life, I would say.
Are there any outstanding moments or experiences that you'll never forget that you can maybe recall right now?
Yeah. Okay. Well, probably the best was when I drove out in the middle of nowhere and I found a random hot spring in the middle
hot
of like,
spring?
I was just hiking with my dogs. I didn't know that was there. And I just hiked there and I found it. And then we just chilled for hours. I was sitting there. I cooked my food there out in the van. And I was like, wow, this is amazing. One of those moments. There's many moments like that.
It feels like it's quite a minimalistic and peaceful moment that actually is outstanding. And it's these kind of moments that you tend to forget, especially like you said, the hustle. You're living in the hustle and bustle,
The rat race.
the
y'all.
rat race.
Yeah.
That you forget about these minimalistic moments that are most important, that affect you deeply.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. So I
That's wonderful.
wish what everybody could experience or the feeling that I experienced, you know, maybe van life doesn't have to be the way to do it, but that's what made me realize it, like what's important in life and what to value.
Yeah, it makes me think back. I have a friend that also did this, living in China.
No.
Yeah, and it blew my mind. He was we were on a shoot together, and he was telling me, he's like, you know why I disappeared for half a year? I was like, no, what happened? He's like, I bought a secondhand van that has been converted to have a bed, a stove, and all that stuff. Quit his job, and him and his girlfriend just took a trip all around China, from Shanghai all the way to like Sichuan, all the way back down to Guizhou, and all around, for half a year. And he said it was the most wonderful experience. It was amazing, obviously seeing the country. And then he sold the van, barely losing any money off of it. So he didn't lose money off of it. And then he started working again. And it was one of those things that he just said he just took a pocket of his life, just a little moment, a pocket of a moment out of his life. But what he got out of it, the value of it was so big that it really, I don't know, for some reason, it got me a little emotional. Honestly, because I think I'm in a situation where I feel very, trapped.
Boxed in a little bit.
Yeah,
And
for sure. Yeah.
so if I were to do, even if I wanted to do something like that, I definitely could not right now. So I got a little emotional because all of a sudden I felt, through him being empathetic, I felt free. I felt a little bit of that, freedom, even though I didn't do it. And it also made me realize the bravery it takes for someone to do that, because you're literally going against the waves.
It's a lot easier though when you don't have kids.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you gotta be single. I
Yeah.
can't. Well, some people do van life with four
Family,
kids,
with
y'all.
family.
I don't even know
So
how they
it
do
is
that.
doable, but it's crazy.
It's,
right?
it's
That's just crazy.
tough.
But nonetheless, I much respect, and I'm so curious to hear more about this. And it's a rare thing to do, especially for us here. We don't know other people.
Because
who
it's
do
not.
that,
I think that, and one important point you're making is that you don't have to make it as a permanent life decision, right? You can take some time off to just sort of unplug from the rat race.
Well, it's just like what we always talk about moving to Dali, right?
Oh, yeah.
It's not doesn't have to be a permanent move,
Right,
like what you're
exactly.
saying,
Yeah,
Eric. It can be
yeah.
a very temporary thing, and it can be purposefully a very
Yeah.
temporary thing, just to unplug for a moment, and then you move out there for a year or two, and you come back, and then you rejoin whatever life you want,
and you
here.
rejuvenate. And they used to do this more in the corporate world, I think. I've never done one, but I've heard the term a sabbatical. And when you're lucky enough to be able to do a sabbatical where, you're someone that's very valued in the, in the industry, and you've got, people care about you and stuff. I think it's harder and harder because the rat race is accelerating. It's just getting harder and harder. There's AI, there's all this shit. It's more and more competitive. It's harder to just unplug. And sometimes you have to have the courage, like you're saying, the bravery, and then just be able to get a pocket of that, because otherwise, life is really short. How many functional years do you really have?
Yeah.
Because before the age of 20, you don't really know what the fuck's going on,
yeah.
right?
And even just to have the ability to say, "Hey, I did it. I've done that."
Yeah.
Right.
Like you have for that 2 years.
Yes.
And that has deeply affected you. That's something that 99.5% of the
Yeah.
world.
You always have that.
But that's us. Like we pay lip service to so many things that we would fantasize about doing. And then when you meet people who have actually done it, and then it's just like, fuck,
Yeah.
okay, well,
Yeah.
what am I doing? And then it's just like this disparity between your actual live life and what you actually want and how wide that gap is.
Like I go to like Dali for 3 days or Sashi, which is a little bit, and I'm just like bragging to people.
then we're
I'm like, I did the fucking van life.
And I was in Dali, I was in Yunnan for just 4 days. And I was posting Instagram videos like I am like local and native there now.
He stopped posting in English and started writing in local dialect.
I was like posting videos of like me on a horse and be like, yep.
And meanwhile, like the guide is like, oh, Mr. Yang, here, your right leg first. Sir.
He cropped out the guy that was holding
no, sir.
Holding the reins.
of the horse. He cropped them out.
Yes.
I cropped out all the other little kids that were around me also riding horses. It's intoxicating, right? These places, certain places you go to, or certain experiences you have, it goes, I think, understated that the idea of us humans connecting to nature to a degree, it really does like make you drunk in a way where you're just like, oh my God, like it makes you, and then the moment you unplug and the moment you get back into the hustle bustle of the actual city, it starts fading immediately.
Totally. Yeah.
And so that's why I want to ask you, Amy, like after your 2 years of
Yes.
van life, you've been living back in the cities, you're in Vegas, you're now in Shanghai, wherever you go. Have you felt that same spirit? Have you felt that fading?
Well, sometimes I go back to van life. When I go back into the van, I feel that feeling again. And yes, you forget it. You get jaded. You get back to the normal reality and you forget that feeling. So you have to come back to mindfulness, presence. You have to remember that feeling and connect with nature more. Every time I go hiking, I just have to describe it. When you're in the big vastness of nature, everything feels so, all your problems seem so minuscule,
Small.
right? So small. When you think about when you're in the big vastness
Yeah.
of everything, you know?
It's our self-centered and like our egocentrism that causes this. And then when you go to nature and it's obviously very beautiful and all the just ugly, dirty, stupid human problems that we create because we're just idiot human beings.
Exactly.
And you're like, oh, like we just basically fucked ourselves.
Exactly. It's self-created problems.
It's a part of our wiring, right? 99% of all human experience has been as hunter-gatherers. And the very, like, less than 1% has actually been in the modern age.
Yeah.
And so, like, I have to imagine that there is a certain part of our intrinsic wiring that when we're confronted with the nature, especially the vastness of it all, that this primal instinct comes in where we're feeling like, this is my nature.
It's like, it's like taking a fish, right? And then like putting it on land its whole life. And then one day you put the fish back in the water. And they're just like, oh,
oh, yeah.
wow.
This is where I was supposed to be.
Wait a minute. Yeah, this seems pretty cool. Yeah, it works.
But I do think you make a really good point about being an intrinsic, like human quality of needing to be with nature. Because remember, I was just in Austria a couple of months ago, and I was there for a couple of weeks shooting, and I was hiking. It was for a hiking film, so I was hiking the Alps for like 2.5 weeks, and I've never done that in my life. Legit hiking gear, just going up and down the Alps, and I asked these guys. I was just raving about it. And I want to get like into hiking. I really want to get into hiking. And I
You've been saying that for a couple
Dude.
months now.
Don't hate.
I'm not hating. I'm just saying, like, get into it then.
No.
I have other
Then do
priorities
it.
before going to hiking, but it's definitely in me. But it is one of those things that now that I'm back in the city, you start losing some of that.
Yeah.
It fades
It
quickly,
fades,
right?
it fades,
Yeah.
it
And I
fades.
hate it.
It fades so quickly.
Like you said, being mindful about it. I sometimes I'm laying in bed and I think back to when I was looking at the stars, for example, or just looking out into the mountains. The the thoughts that went through my mind were so deep and I felt so connected with myself that I reminded myself during those moments, don't forget it. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. Absolutely. But you do forget once
You
you're
forget
back.
it though. You forget it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's scary. On the cab ride home, typically from one of these, excursions, and from the airport, I can feel it fading on the cab ride, right? And I'm looking at the streets in Shanghai and I'm like just thinking like, wait a minute, and yeah, by the time I get home, that's almost gone.
Well, let's break this down for a little bit.
It's sad,
Do you,
right?
do you think maybe we need to be a little bit more brave in terms of
you do for sure. Yes.
Is it good? How do we?
Was there more?
Wait,
Was there more?
Well, hold on, Amy. Let me how do we compare to the people that were around him at the time? Who's more vicious? Like the people that were around him back in the day in terms of ball busting? How did Howie and I rank?
No, I think you guys are more legit. You guys are fine. Don't
We're
worry.
good?
Yeah, everybody busted balls.
No, but how good are we? Like, did we get some? Yeah, are we pretty solid?
Your aptness at ball busting, like how good you are.
Yeah,
at
like
it.
our skill level.
I haven't seen enough of it.
Yeah,
yet.
that's-
Oh yeah. Okay,
Are you
D.
noticing everything has to go back to him? Did you notice that?
I did not
Yes.
notice
yeah,
that.
I'm
Yeah.
pointing
Is
that
that
out right
accurate?
now.
Yeah.
Is that
It
an
is.
accurate
It
Pointing
is.
that
thing?
out right now.
He's a narcissist.
Childhood trauma. Trauma. It's a trauma.
He's-
Oh, that's
a
another
narcissist.
podcast.
It's okay.
Park
Wait,
shares
what
of Asian
years
people.
were the van life?
Okay, let me think.
Pre-COVID.
2016 to 2015 to 2017 ish to 18 ish around. Those
Okay, so
times.
pre-COVID.
Pre-COVID, yes, it's pre-COVID.
Yeah, it would have been perfect during COVID.
I know, right? I know, you're right.
What was COVID like? I mean, not to take it too apart, but like just briefly, like what was COVID like for you?
For me,
during that time in the States?
for me in Vegas. I was in Las Vegas at the time in the States. For me, it was very easy. For me, actually, I was the happiest during COVID.
Really? Why?
Yeah, because I had some issue about FOMO. Like, I should be doing this. I should be doing
yeah.
that.
But no one else
And
is
now
doing
it's just
anything.
nobody's doing
Yeah.
shit. And I'm
Yeah.
like, I feel great.
Yeah.
It's exactly what I should be doing right now. I feel
That's
fucking
awesome.
fantastic.
I love it when I
No,
love it
for
when it's
real.
like raining fucking
No,
hard.
it makes sense.
That's when I realized, holy crap, you're doing everything else because of everybody else is doing that shit. So once after COVID, I was like, this is what I really want to do. So I thought I discovered in van life. After COVID, I was like, oh, for real, now I've rediscovered what I really like to do or what makes me happy or
Hell
satisfied,
yeah.
fulfilled.
That's a fascinating thought, actually, if you really think about it. The fact that you are able to not have FOMO because the whole society was all shut down with you together.
Yeah.
So that all of a sudden, it was almost like FOMO was I don't know, trained into you, right? And you were like a monkey, kind of like following
Absolutely.
it, like
I should be doing
I
this.
should be doing that. I should be doing
Yeah,
that.
exactly.
Oh, well, that's all of us,
Right?
right?
Exactly. Well, that's what I'm
All
trying to
of
get
us.
at.
Yeah.
We all have that. And when you get forced, and everybody gets forced together to face something societal, which maybe is going to be happening again in the near future. Who knows?
It
right?
will.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
Dun, dun, dun.
Dun, dun, dun. You know, but why do you have to wait till then? I mean, how do you break out of that? How does one, you know what I'm saying? Like, how does one get out of that mindset? Right?
In the Batman movie,
hold on.
movie,
Raise
it
the
says-
arm.
Batman movie, it says, "Don't wait for a dramatic event to break you out of apathy."
Wait, raise the arm.
What did you just say?
You could
that was
In
some
the
drunken
Batman-
drunken
In the
slurring right
Batman
there.
movie,
Yeah.
they say one cheesy line. It's so cheesy.
What was it?
It
raise
was-
the microphone to your face.
It's just like, don't wait for a dramatic event to break you out of apathy. Like, don't wait for something crazy.
Don't
to
wait
make,
for a
to
Jamaican
wake
man
up.
to break you out
Oh
of
my
an event?
god, am I speaking Chinese?
It sounded like Jamaican man.
Okay. Enunciate. Okay. Don't wait for a dramatic event to break you out of apathy.
Oh.
Like, don't wait for something like, oh, I'm gonna get cancer. Now I'm
Yeah,
gonna
yeah.
start living.
Yeah, yeah,
oh,
yeah,
something
yeah.
crazy is gonna happen. Then I start realizing
do
Don't
it.
wait.
to
Don't
just
wait.
like,
do it.
Don't wait.
Don't wait.
Like, start
Because
living now.
by the time it
Appreciate it
comes,
now.
it's too late already.
Exactly.
Wait, who says that? Batman?
Batman.
Batman says that. She just
chair
walked
back.
out of the
She
studio.
kicked the
But,
chair
but
back.
to be fair,
forgot
Justin
recording
Justin said
myself.
she can do that.
John, what is your reaction to everything that's been said so far?
I mean, a lot has been said, so you gotta be a little bit more specific.
Is there anything that stands out to you?
I mean, obviously the van life, that's something that we all are interested in. You know, like, you know, how he said, you know, he went on a hike and all of that. You know, I was just on a trip to New Zealand earlier this year and I experienced the same thing. The nature it's amazing. Like just being out there hiking, seeing the stars, it's incredible.
Yeah. Even when I go out, not even to like the real wilderness, but when I just get to a place where there's less pollution, there's less light pollution, and I can actually see the stars at night, like with clarity. Like even that, there really is something like on a deeper level. I feel that transcends. You feel small, but you don't feel bad about being small.
talking about stars, that trip that I was just mentioning, there was one night where the stars were out that I've never seen before. It was so bright, and we had about like 10 people around us, all living in the same lodge, and everybody went outside to the backyard and just looked at the stars. Everybody was different, all types of personalities, but I can tell you when I joined the group, nobody talked. Everybody just was silent, experiencing the vastness of the sky, and all you hear is right? And then an introspection. It was incredible. And it was just one of those things that you just feel. I know, I get what you're saying. You don't want to use spiritual and those kind of words. But, I mean, what else can you say?
Yeah.
And just like what John was saying, he felt something as well when he was in New Zealand. And I saw that photo. It's beautiful. There's something about witnessing the beauty of nature when you're away from the artificial life that you normally live that is incomparable. And it takes you to a place that we, as city dwellers, need more of, I think.
It's like a motherly, nurturing feeling. It really is. It's a certain
Stop it.
comfort.
You're trying to link it to Mother Nature.
I'm not.
Stop it, Justin.
I'm not trying to link it to
See
Mother
you
Nature,
never.
although that is what's happening.
Maybe it's true for you. It's definitely not true for me. I mean, I love my mom, but like
Because the sky doesn't slap him.
Because
but she's definitely
the
not.
sky does not yell at him constantly.
Yeah, like she's not chill. I would say that when you're in nature, it's the scale of things. It's the grandeur. It's the awe, right? It's the fact that this thing was created by something so much greater than you. And every day we live as if we are gods, right? Every day we live as if we should be able to control everything. And all of our worries and fears and stress is because we can't control all this stuff, but we think we can. We think we're the gods of our worlds. And then you go into nature and just like you let go and you're like, okay, I'm really.
Well, I think that's a
tiny
narcissist part of you that you feel that you're gods in the world. I don't feel I'm the god of my world.
I'm not me. I'm just saying like all of our stress is because we want to control things. I didn't mean in the context of me. It's the stresses that we have is that we feel like we should have more control over things, And so in a way, like we're all like kind of mini gods. And when you go into nature, right, you step back and you realize that, the connection to the rest of humanity. I'm one of many. I'm connected to everyone else. People care because our survival instinct is so powerful. And when you put us in a city environment, that survival instinct turns us into these fucking demigods.
And then for us that, we all live in Shanghai, right? Where it's relatively flat. There's no mountains, there's no lakes.
Yes.
And when we go into nature, like, at least for me, when I go into nature, it's like, oh my God, this is so different. I could see the mountain range and it's like 50 miles away.
Yeah.
Whereas in Shanghai, if you could see like the Dopamine Zoo, it's like, it's amazing already, right? And that's probably only like 15 kilometers away. We're not even talking miles. So it's very different. Like when you go into like nature and you're a city dweller, it's like, it's very, very different. And then you appreciate what you don't have.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're in the city, it's like, city life.
Yeah. And the stuff, look, the stuff that was created here, like you go to the Bund and you look at some of the stuff, you're like, oh, wow, that's amazing. It was built 100 years ago. And then you go to nature. This shit was built millions of years ago. And so there's the scale, the vastness of what you see outside is on a different level. And I also think that, when you're in sort of your city routine, you just have such a narrow perspective. Your mind is just so filtered in a way that
Caught up with the immediate tasks in front of you.
And you lose your humanity.
Yeah.
Essentially, like you're just a cog in this giant machine, and you lose what it is to be a human being. When you go back to nature, you actually reconnect with what it feels like to be human.
It's like being caught up in the individual brushstrokes rather than the larger picture that you're painting.
Yeah. And that's why people like in the city just fucking drink, just to fucking escape.
And then just the pace of life in the city, right? Is so fast paced. But when you're in the vast wilderness, it's you go at your own pace.
Yeah. Think about this, right? Think about human nature processes, right? For erosion, for whatever things that happen. These are thousands, millions of years. Think about a city. You are part of a fucking giant motherfucking system, right? How do you get in the subway? There's a certain behavior that you have to activate. You got to put your fucking bag in the thing. You got to get it checked. Everyone is a cog in the wheel, right? If you're like, no, I'm just going to fucking go into the turnstile will stop you. Every single thing in the system is predicated on there's an expected behavior. You go to the office, you say, fuck you, I'm quitting. That's it. That's your last day at the office. Right? So every day, every place you go, it's your behavior.
There's a permission aspect to everything you do.
And there's a set process of what's expected. And so everyone goes through, right, as literally like you're just puppets in a Shakespearean play, right? And you're just going through the turnstiles, you go to the work, you have the meeting, whatever, right? And everything is just sort of like, there's no free will, and it's predetermined. You go to nature, then you're connected to much bigger processes than just some bullshit fucking city process, just so the economy is not going to crumble.
Yeah, like artificially constructed permission.
Artificially constructed to keep 25 million people in a matrix.
It's a matrix.
It's a fucking matrix.
Just about to say the matrix.
Yeah.
Break free from the matrix.
Yeah, I'm fucking.
Sure.
Let's all shave our heads and really see what's going on.
So what kind of headspace are you now in, Amy, in terms of, okay, so you've had this experience.
Yeah.
It was transformative for you
Yes.
to a certain point.
Absolutely.
Now you've re-ingratiated yourself back into society.
Are you back in pharmacy?
No, I did not go back to the pharmacy job.
He's like, I'm a pharmacist.
I did not.
So what is lasting for you now? Like where is your headspace now?
So I'm trying to convince everybody to go on self-sufficient, farm, live off grid.
So did you not have internet when you were van lifing?
Oh, I had
Cell phone.
just from cell phones. But yeah, I was going to ask you the next question. How long have you guys been off grid for the longest time? How long have you guys been without service?
So what is your
Connected.
definition of off grid? Without internet service or
yes,
data service?
service? Yes, without cell phone. Well, that's the basic thing. For me, when you get deeper, for you city folk, it's about cell phone
like
service.
10 minutes when I like Team G or something.
Yeah, when I'm on an airplane.
No, for real. Though,
For the 2 hours I'm
It's
on
like
an airplane.
doomsday.
Are you serious, y'all?
Yeah.
How about when you went hiking? You went on a big trip.
When I'm
Couple
out,
hours, couple
you have no
hours.
service.
A couple hours?
Yeah,
One
a couple
day.
hours.
A full day.
One day, the max you ever gotten, y'all.
Yeah.
And then you go
One
back,
day,
and
one day.
then you go back.
Yeah.
And you have-
So I would encourage everybody to take a trip.
For a week at least.
At least I've gone 1 month with no internet service. I went up to the mountains of Peru. Oh, I had a satellite phone in case of emergencies.
But that's it.
That's it.
Did you ever have to use it?
No.
What did that feel like?
Fucking freeing.
Because you don't need it.
And then you realize how much you don't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
How much
After-
you're a slave to it.
Totally.
Oh, and how much unnecessary and how
Yeah.
actually it's not
Yeah.
productive in your life.
So one very minor, and I'll highlight, it's such a minor little thing, but so, people talk about this, write about this and stuff. So to practice this, right, a couple of colleagues, we said, okay, let's not use any kind of technology. So you shut down all your devices. Like you have to actually shut them down so you don't have the temptation. And you do it from, 7 p.m., let's say, to the next morning. And, at first it's a little bit uncomfortable, but because we're kind of addicted, right? But once you sort of just wean yourself off of it, for those 12 hours, it's liberating, right? But just 12 hours, it's such a pathetic little thing.
So pathetic, yeah.
That's what I
Pathetic
was
little
just thinking.
thing. It's
That's-
pathetic.
Yeah.
The problem is, it's always in this fast-paced society. What's next?
Yeah.
What's the next project? What am I going to do next? There's no.
And you don't want to get left behind.
Yeah,
right?
there's no presence. Like, how can I enjoy this right now in this moment? And that's why I go back to nature. You can enjoy that
Yeah.
moment and stuff like that.
Yeah, the closest thing that I had experienced was I did a dopamine detox.
Bro, I read that book.
Oh, I didn't read the book, but
Which one? Dopamine Nation?
It's called Dopamine Detox by
Oh.
it's some whatever author I can't pronounce, but yeah, Dopamine Detox. And every time we get a ping on our phone, dopamine. Every hit we get on every email, everything is like dopamine.
Yep.
So like our society now is so hardwired for that. We
Because
don't
it's
even know
your
how to
reward
detach.
system at work.
Exactly.
Even a work email, like you don't think it's a reward system because you think it's work, but the fact that you don't know what it is yet and the surprise, like, it's that.
Yeah.
Like even if it's a negative thing, is initially your reward system being sparked and stimulated.
Right.
Yeah.
And we're not adapted to that yet. In my opinion, evolutionary wise, we're still like the poisonous berry. Should we eat this or not eat this? It's not to these weird standards that we have now. We're not adapted to this life, dude. I don't feel like we should be living like this.
This is disturbing. It's disturbing that the reality is, if we want to be honest with ourselves, we are all just addicts.
Yeah.
Right?
Absolutely.
Because growing up, it's like the drug addict, you see them, in really difficult situation, and you're just like, God, I'm so lucky that I'm not. But it's what's absolutely disturbing is that we are all addicts right now. We are all, maybe you're, recovering addict. But I'm absolutely just disturbed that after this show, in 30 minutes, I will be an addict again.
We'll be back on our phones.
We'll be on our phones.
Yeah.
And that was one of the hardest things that I had to deal with when I did it for a week, right? And I fell off the wagon around 4 days. Like 4 days was pure,
good,
but 4 days were pure, like nothing. And except for work messages that I would periodically check, but other than that, nothing. And I only allowed myself to read and have conversations and spend time with my family. And obviously I had to do work and stuff like that, but I couldn't do research. Long story short, after it was over, and I said this to the guys, it felt amazing. First of all, I got back into working out. All of a sudden, I felt better. I didn't feel so depressed. All of a sudden, I felt smarter. It was just weird. It's like all these things just started coming back. But why can't I keep that up? Why is it that after that detox was over, I immediately went back into my routines, and I felt horrible about it. And literally, I'm walking around like, I fucking hate myself for doing this, for going back into this. I know it was so good. I got to get back into that. And thinking about, okay, how am I going to maybe try to do this once a month or something?
Okay.
But even bigger, now that we're talking about this, I think you've made a great point. Like, we're not set up for this. We're not built for this. But we are addicted, right? Eric hit the nail on his head. We are addicted.
Correct.
And it's funny because, for example, I was, while I was doing my detox, I was talking to my wife, and because she's, whenever she's away from the kids or taking a break, she's just
On her phone.
like just like this, right? Nonstop. And I'm like, why don't you just don't go take a walk or do something else? You're like addicted to your phone. And she's like, I'm not addicted to my phone. You're addicted to your phone. I'm not addicted to my phone. Right? And I'm just like, it just shows like typical addict behavior, because everybody is addicted to that in that way. I just had another thought I just want to get off my chest. There's one line, I forgot where I read it, but somebody said, you know how when you take breaks, when you're working really hard, you take breaks and you just do like mindless scrolling, or you watch some videos or something like that to relax, to kind of get yourself back into the work, the work mindset, right? Somebody said, what you should do actually when you take a break is do nothing. You should just sit there and just meditate or just
Rest.
Yeah, exactly. Don't do anything that's stimulating.
Correct.
Because if anything, by doing that, it will help you get back into that work mindset, because work is better than just sitting there.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
I don't know if that's a good advice, but I get what you're saying.
I get what you're saying. How about I have a problem? Maybe my Asian parents, I feel bad relaxing. I cannot relax. I need to be productive, or else I feel useless. How about that? Or unproductive member of society. I'm not. So that's I feel like that's my upbringing or whatever. And I just feel like you need to, when you ask me, what have I done to carry over my van life sentiments? What I have done is presence, meditation, journaling, thinking about being present like that. That's what I've done to try to keep that feeling. And it's hard to keep it, but yes, that's what you need to do. Presence.
You gotta balance it though, because the other part, the reason that this is happening is because we're also wired for performance, right? We're wired for survival. And so you can't fight that instinct as well. So you have to balance this need for performance versus peace. You can't, you can't just be fucking in nature all the time.
Yeah.
And
why not? Why not?
Because
why not?
You gotta work.
Nature has poisonous
live.
berries as well.
People live off the ground. They hunt for food.
True.
They get their water from the river.
The fact that we can't, maybe it's just a story or narrative we're telling ourselves.
But
the industrialized world convinced us this
Yeah.
is the new whatever.
Yeah, like you can't survive without it, right?
Exactly.
But there's another. I mean, humans are multifaceted as well. So while we have this need to connect with humanity and nature and all that stuff, we're also wired for survival, right? The fact that you exist means you're a fucking high performing survival machine to have made it to this point. Because think about all your ancestors, all of the motherfuckers that died that didn't have kids, their genes fucking died. So everyone on this planet is like a fucking high performance survival machine, right? So that's the other aspect, and that's why these, social media and dopamine hits or whatever taps in, and we're all sort of addicted to the same thing. So you have to, connect that system then to something that will bring you fulfillment as well. You can't just like be on nature and just fucking chill every day. That's not going to work either. So you have to find something, and you got to find that balance.
John,
I challenge that. I don't know. I challenge that.
Yeah,
that
I
it
was
wouldn't
quiet
work.
because I challenged that. Exactly.
Honestly, I feel like it would be really difficult to do that for somebody that has been living all their lives in this urban environment.
Oh yeah.
It'd be super difficult.
Absolutely.
But once you do it for a long enough time and it becomes a way of living, I don't see a reason why you can't.
So I
That
feel
can't
like
be a way of
people
life.
who are used to that life, who grew up on farms they're used to that life. They see that allure. They grew up on a compound, multi-generational families. Everyone lives together, right? And my parents' view, they don't see that anymore. I totally lost my train of thought.
Go ahead. Take your time. Take your time.
It was good. It was good, but I just
Just
forgot.
take your time. You'll
okay,
get back there.
It will come back to me. Come back to me.
Wait, but are
There
you
go.
saying that? Because I think what you said was interesting. Is that they had this multi-generational, very static, and not like that life didn't change over time, and they were able to enjoy that over
Correct.
many generations. Whereas now in the city, right, we don't have that connection. Where
Correct.
It's just like this constant rat race.
That's what I'm saying. I feel like the biggest thing for now, the human connection. We should rely on everybody. We need to have that. Everybody's connected. And I feel this society now is all hyper independent. I'm looking out for myself, my family and stuff. But in reality, everybody should be like community, family. We lost touch of that, man. And
Yeah.
I just feel like it's not the way to living nowadays.
Yeah, it's like because Cal Newport, who writes a lot about this type of stuff and digital minimalism and that kind of stuff. He wrote a book called Slow Productivity, but then I've also heard the same term applied to like slow cooking. Maybe there's like a slow living.
Oh,
You know,
there
where-
definitely is a slow living.
Oh, yeah.
There's a slow living.
Absolutely.
Yeah, there is
Yeah.
a slow living. That's a term. That's a term.
Yes, it is.
I didn't
Yeah.
just invent that.
No,
Oh, yeah.
You wish.
I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah, you're not
wait a
that- you're
minute,
not
like
that
America. Oh wait, there's
He
a guy
thought-
named Columbus. Sorry.
When he brought that up, he's like, I'm inventing a word right now. I can't wait to
He's
say
like,
it.
mic drop. Mic drop.
Slow living.
He's like, this is gonna be a mic drop moment. I've
Cal Newport.
coined a new term.
Yeah, Columbus. What? No. Missed that one.
Okay, I want to wrap it up on this, Amy, and it's that
Don't bring it back to me.
I want to bring it back
Okay,
to you.
yeah, bring it back to me. What's up?
We've talked about van life and stuff, but I want to bring it back to this idea of, okay, so now you're kind of out of van life and you're, I guess, maybe considering your next chapter in life and maybe what the rest of your
Yeah.
life wants to look
Sure,
like.
yes, uh-huh.
At least for the near term future.
Yeah.
What are you thinking? What's going on in your head? Because I know there's maybe this a little bit of battle between maybe staying back in America versus moving out to Asia.
Right.
Where are you on that spectrum now, and where are you leaning towards?
There's always a struggle still between societal standards because that's where all my friends are at. That's what everyone's doing. And
You mean
like,
back in America?
You're everywhere, not just in America. Like
Well, I'm talking about you personally.
personally, personally, everybody's got their own thing going, right? So I just feel like I'm focusing on what I think is important, what values I think is important, even though everybody in my circle doesn't seem to be on the same level as I am. I realize that though, because they're too busy with their families. They're too hyper focused. They they don't have the time. I'm very grateful that I had the time and energy. If I was working my 100 hours a week, 80 hours a week, I would not have the time nor energy to self-explore this spirit. I don't want to call it spiritual, but self-improvement life or what. If you're too busy in survival mode, you have no time to figure out what really brings you fulfillment or satisfaction. So I feel like that's the old generation. They were surviving, and I get it. But now our generation, that set us up so we don't have to do that anymore. So we should take the advantage of the opportunity they gave us.
So where do you see yourself in the near future?
Oh gosh. So I want to spend time with friends and family who are important, right? Everybody's like, oh, I wish I didn't work. So when everybody on their deathbed, what do they regret most? I wish I would spend more time with family. I wish I didn't work that hard. Stuff like that. So I just go with the advice of the other wise people. So yeah, stop working so hard. Don't hustle that much. Spend time with your family. Unless it's all relative, okay? Because I'm already set up. I would say that, okay? So if I had to struggle for eating and drinking, it'd be a different story. So I'll tell you that now. I don't have to struggle for that. So I have the opportunity to focus on what's valuable to me, which is my friends and family and experiences, not possessions or things.
Well said. Okay. All right. Well, I guess we'll wrap it up here for now. John, do you have anything to add?
No, I'm good.
You're good? Okay.
No, he wants to say something.
Yeah, what do you want to say? You wanted to say something before.
Yeah,
what were
I
you going
think
to say?
so. He's got good thoughts.
Yeah, speak up.
No, that was earlier. We're talking about how we're on the rat race, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's like there's the studies now that say like when you're showering, you shouldn't be listening to podcasts. You shouldn't be so engaged all the time. You need this time to yourself so you can self-reflect and see what you actually want. So if you're always constantly looking at your phone or being engaged, you don't have that time to yourself to kind of hear yourself, if you will. So that's what I wanted to add earlier, but it's a little bit.
that's great.
It's been a while.
Well
Been a while.
said, John.
That's
Well
actually
said.
Powerful, man.
Yeah, that's actually profound. It's like we do have this. We have noise and voices coming from within ourselves that we just ignore. I guess most of the time we drown out. And these are our needs or our instincts or our emotions or our feelings or whatever it is that's ailing us. And then we don't pay attention to these and we feel like it's like not to be heard, or we don't even notice that they're even emitting a noise. And the fact that when we distract ourselves, we're missing a golden opportunity to actually listen to ourselves. That's actually pretty profound, I think. Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah, like the funny thing is like he's just the way he is, he's immune to the ball busting. Like whatever he says, we're just like, that's profound, dude, right? Like he doesn't get any of our shit. Like he's good.
He's a
good.
stoic one.
He's good.
He's good.
He's good.
All right. Anyway, Amy, John, thanks for being here.
Thanks
Love
for having
it.
me.
Thank you guys.
Thanks for having me.
You made it through. You survived the podcast
I was
experience.
sweating, y'all. Sorry.
All right. I'm Justin.
I'm Howie.
And I'm going to take some more showers.
All right. Be good. Be well. Peace.